soldier, I'm a goalkeeper. Can't dry me, I'm a big large reaver. I move from the back scene to the next scene. Got a lot of blessings, I don't get fever. Now on to the next thing. Devils don't change. I got Jesus, so I don't need to explain.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today we've got something special for you. We have a discussion with these amazing people here and they're going to be telling us something very sensitive, like literally
introduce you to the people that we have here today. So guys, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Tawani and I'm a pharmacy student.
Hi, my name is Aisha. I'm a pharmacy student as well.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I study biomedical science.
Hi, my name is Eve. I'm a psychology student. You can follow me on Instagram, Alpha and Omega 13. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Charles. I'm a graduate at UCLan.
Hi, my name is Timothy and I'm a business student.
Yeah, so today's topic, guys, is about sex and love on a biblical perspective. So the first question is, do you think it's okay to have sex in a relationship? Guys.
you would.
Anybody?
Let us go first.
Do you think it's okay to have sex in a relationship?
When you're married.
You say marriage,
Yeah.
No,
relationship,
a
girlfriend,
relationship,
boyfriend.
as in girlfriend and boyfriend.
And
relationship.
single people. Well, not single.
Not single, you're in a relationship.
Or
Yeah.
married. You are married, but you're not
Yeah,
married.
yeah, like
So you're not married yet.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the goal, but you're just in a relationship.
Mhm.
So do you guys think it's okay to have sex?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
Why?
Also, I was going to say yes, but it's a big no. Well,
But why?
what if I said no? Why?
Why?
So yeah.
I personally think sex is not so. Well, it seems something of the physical, but it's actually not. It's spiritual, and it's something that, like, God is given to man and women who were married because He told them to be fruitful and multiply. Sex is something that, even though the physical aspect of it is to be fruitful and multiply, whatever, as per what the Bible wants you to do, but the Bible also goes on to talk about, like, I think it's Corinthians 6:13, don't quote me, but it was talking about, like, sex between someone that's not married. That's fornication. Obviously, we all know fornication is something you should not do. But like, definitely, sex is something that's spiritual and definitely meant for two people who has taken the oath to God that they are going to spend the rest of their life together. So therefore, they can share the spirit as much as they want, but not for two individuals who's not made this oath yet, they don't even know if they're going to get married. So what's the point of taking on someone else's spirit when you're not sure? So, hey, avoid it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
So anyone
I
else?
like that.
Well, I think today, like, the society makes it okay for two people to have sex when you're married. But from God's perspective, that's not alright because the way He made it, it's supposed to be between a man and a woman. We are married to be able to have sex. Well, there's consequences spiritually, like Aisha said, that will happen when you have sex when married. But from my point of view, I'll say that I like to be married before I have sex because there's something going on spiritually. I think that's the right way as well to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to add to what Aisha said, there's more to sex than just the act. Like there's a spiritual element to it. Like I guess in the sense that there's almost like there's another aspect to love which is brought out by sex, which if not if outside of marriage, it can distort people and distort the whole lots of dynamics. So yeah, it's better for us to just be outside of marriage. Yeah.
Also, it depends what you use sex for. If you're like out there, like just to sleep around, yeah, is that a good thing to like sleep with different guys or different girls? Like you gotta think about that as well.
So are you saying that for those that are not just sleeping around, but let's say they've been with this person for 5 years, been in a relationship 5 years, are you saying it's okay?
It does not make it okay. On no circumstances is it ever okay to have sex before marriage. But if you did do it at some point, don't condemn yourself. Do you know what I mean? Things like this can happen. Do you know? Sex or lies is still the same thing. God quantifies every single sin the same way.
Yeah.
Don't condemn yourself, but just make sure it doesn't happen again. So it's a case where, like Eve said, if you're someone that sleeps around, like let's put spiritual to one side. Morally, that's not right. You as an individual, that's something you should not do in the first place. Let alone if you wanted to put your spiritual aspect into it. So just don't have sex before marriage.
Yeah, just to add to everything everyone said, right? This was good. But yeah, we talk about sex. It points us towards God anyway, because God is the one that invented the whole purpose of sex. And sex is meant for a married couple. It's meant for someone that's taken an oath. It could be for two individuals. And sex is meant for a man and a woman. No man and man, no Adam and Adam. It was Adam and Eve from the very beginning. And nowadays in today's society, like Eve said before, we kind of make it like a norm. It's cool to just do it. And sex is not, a lot of people take sex as an object, but it's not, because there's a deeper meaning, if you get what I'm trying to say, in the sense of like, if sex is between a man and a woman, it's meant to be between those two, and it's an act of love. And if you have we have children that I don't want to use like British whatever, but you see a lot of youths nowadays like just push around baby trolleys, but there's no father behind them. And that's because they've probably seen all the men or women that have been in relationship where it didn't end in a point of, where it's meant to end well. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but what I'm trying to say is this: sex is between a man and a woman, and it's between a married couple, and it's an act of worship to God as well. God invented sex for that purpose. So, yeah, I would say it's not good to actually have sex outside of marriage, and if you've been involved in it before and you've not had a proper education on the purpose of sex, it's not too late to start now. Because I know there will be two kind of people watching the video. It could be those that are Christian, super saved, sanctified, filled with blood, and no immoral, no sex outside marriage, and there might be people that don't really have an understanding of sex, and they've been hurt in past relationship. This guy and that guy and this girl and that girl, and there's no stability or no security, and that's why they do that. A lot of people are insecure, and when they get into a relationship, they just want to have sex, so they secure a relationship. But it's not about that. It's beyond that. But as long as we continue to trust God, I think He will give us a better understanding of the purpose of sex.
You said what I was going to say.
Okay, so should we go to the next question? What is it about sex that God says it's only to be done within marriage?
I feel like some of the answers kind of
Kind
cover
of like
that.
said the question.
So, yeah, unless if you guys have anything extra to add.
I actually kind of said it before. I think you said it. What did you say? Like multiply.
Yeah.
I mean, to go and multiply. Like if you go back to the book of Genesis, you read a lot about it and they kind of break it down to understand why God actually set that between a man and a woman. If you read the book of Genesis, I don't know, some people might not read the Bible that much, but God made the animals even before He made Eve. If you don't know that, so they were male and female animals. So Adam was just there watching them. He was not participating in sex or anything. And God found out it was not good for a man to be alone. That's why He made a woman.
And also, this is not from me, this is something that I got from a preacher that I watched. Basically, this pastor, I can't remember what, it was so long ago, but he used an analogy of basically like Adam and Eve. He said, God made him out of his, we all say reed, out of him basically. And if you see, like, obviously we all know they probably had sex or whatever, but the fact that God made Eve the fact that God made Eve out of Adam, and we all know they had sex, it's a case where that signifies something that it's supposed to be between someone who God has called to be husband and wife.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, fair enough, relationship, you might know it's your husband or she's your wife, but until, like, it's God, like, ordained, and God, like, I don't know, me, you, God, we said it, ring is there, whatever, Bible is there, whatever they give you on your wedding day, like, until then, she's still not your Eve or your Adam, if that makes sense. This is not from me. This is from a preaching that I watch. But yeah, I hope you understand it.
I approve that anyway. That was one point.
Yeah. The next question is that in what ways can you express love without being physical?
So the one is got sermon in this.
Yeah.
Come on.
Every way is the basic answer to that. It's like, I'm gonna come from biblical neighbors, I'm Christian, but it's kind of like God's called us to love people. So it's like everything we do should be done out of love. So you shouldn't have to take it to that biblical level to show that you love them. Like, there's different ways to show love. Like, it could be what you do for them, it could be how you do it, it could be even just your intention behind it. That's a way of showing love. Like, even when you're asking someone how the day's been, or if you're, I don't know, if you're worried about them and you then ask them questions, like just showing that interest. That's the way to show love. So I think in today's society, yeah, it's kind of like, if you love me, you'll have sex with me. If you love me, you'll do this with me. If you love me, you'll kiss me, you'll hug me, whatever. But it's kind of like, that's not the actual measurement of love. That's just what society has given us because that's what you can see, you can say you've experienced. But it's actually from your intention. Like, it starts in your heart.
There's 5 types of love. I don't know that.
Love language.
It's just love
Yeah,
language.
I was about to say, like, some people might say, how can you differentiate? If you're saying, like, you can show love in those things that you do, how can you differentiate between agape love and the love between a man and a woman? Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of love. Okay, yeah, romantic love, yeah. So there's obviously kind of love that, you know, godly love, like you're showing, you know, as you're explaining.
Yeah.
And then some people will be like, okay, so yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's the love that I show to everybody. So for now, for you to know that, for there to be something not extra in the sense of physical, but to, you get me?
If you want to talk about love, you have to know Christ better. And for those that are disciples of Christ, so but like, if you want to talk about love, yeah, you need to know Christ better. Like the Bible says, like, for God so loved that He gave His only Son. It's a sacrificial. He had to sacrifice something. So nowadays in today's society, we are not willing to sacrifice the sexual, the physical aspect of love. If you say you love a girl, you want to go all physical and no, it's not about that. Why you smiling? Calm down. But yeah, all I'm trying to say is like, for your man out here watching this, if you're actually a man, you know it's worth waiting. Like, I would want to wait on that night when I'm finally giving my baby the ring and get married. It's worth it. It's like, it's not just sleeping on this girl and dancing next girl and this and this. And by the time you get married, it's not even something you waiting to.
Yeah. Also, guys, I think definitely if you take the physical out of your relationship, you have something to look forward to. Like, there's no point in you saying, I can't wait to get married, and then you get married. What's the next step? We're living together, okay, now what? Do you know what I mean? Like, save that one thing. Like, even if that's the only thing you have to hold on to, like, save it. There's so many more things to marriage, by the way. Please don't.
Yes.
That's a lot. But like, at least have something to look forward to. Yeah, there's all these so many other things, but like the fact that you know that this is one thing that God has actually put us together as one of the things that He's put us together to do. Like, it's definitely something to look forward to. And also, just to add to that, like, when I think about, obviously if you're in a relationship with someone, you love them, right? And then also, you've heard so many people say God is love. Does God show His love to you one way? He shows His love to you so many ways. So why do you have to show love to this person just by the physical? You have to show love to them there's so many ways. Like Tiwani said, you can even just get in that car door before she gets to it. You know, those little things. Even, I don't know, I can't think of anything. Just be there for the person.
Yeah, flowers.
If that's you,
Pray.
Go down your knees and like, that's it. Pray for her. But yeah, like,
don't worry, I'll give you the shot.
And when you say showing love without being physical, you know, when you say physical, yeah. Are you talking about sex or are you talking about physical things?
Everything.
Holding
Okay.
hands or hugging and that, because that's
Yeah.
physical as well.
Kissing and everything.
Okay, so another question could be, how far is far? No, like let's say you're in a relationship, yeah? Yeah, there's some people, different, even Christians themselves, some Christians have
So what's the
different,
right question?
Different views.
of how far is
But that's
far.
the right question because it's like, okay, you're walking. Let's say this is the cliff face. You're telling me that you're gonna ask how far can I get to the edge without falling. Why are you asking that question when you could be secure? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so
Like,
what do you think is the limit within a relationship, a godly relationship?
I think everybody should know themselves. Every relationship is different. There's no set structure to every single relationship except romantics. But like, if you know your limit, if you're in a relationship where you know, hey, the second we're holding hands, my body's doing tingly, and straight away I want it. Like, you do know the Bible says it's not just the physical act that's the sin, even the thought.
I wanted to even say, like, you don't need your eyes to commit lust.
Yeah. So if you know yourself that, okay, I've hugged this person, my body's gonna fail it, or my heart's gonna be doing his geese or whatever, don't do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's up to you in your relationship. You know what your limit is, per se. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody's out far, as far is different.
I think that's where honesty comes in because you have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think, okay, just because it's cool for you to hold hands doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
going to be cool for him to hold hands with you. But
Yeah.
it also, like she said, it all starts with a thought. So it's literally, if your thought is leading you there, then you're already halfway.
Yeah.
I have a,
If you were
I
to
have
say,
a,
you know,
yeah, I have a question, like just a general kind of like. So, you know, it talks in the Bible about, you know, Jesus talks about how lust starts from the heart and all these, you know, all these things, all the issues of life start from the heart. But also, the person you get, if you want to have a relationship, you have to be attracted to them. So does that mean, so in the sense, what's the difference between attraction and lust? In the sense that you want to be with the person who you're attracted to, but you don't want to be lusting after them. Like, so in the sense, should you go for someone you're not attracted to, so you can abstain, so you can save yourself from lust? I don't know if you get my question.
There's a very thin line between attraction and lust.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
You
understand.
don't even have to be holding hands or doing anything like that.
That's what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
Is it fully physical? If the attraction is fully physical, it's a problem.
Okay,
If it,
problem.
you need to be attracted to the spirit first, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if that was the one thing leading you there, then you need to ask yourself. Because can you sustain a relationship on looks?
Lust.
No looks. Like if it was purely just physical attraction, that's lust, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like can you carry a relationship on that?
And do you know what I actually think? Most people, I would say 99% of the time, you know when you're lost in.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want to admit it, we don't want to accept it, but you actually know. And you fully convince yourself, this is God. God wants me to be with this person. I have been made, he's out of his ribs. He's my Adam. But yeah, definitely, you will know. Don't lie to yourself. I think the most important thing about every single situation when it comes to your relationship, physical attraction, lust, whatever it is, just be honest with yourself. You know yourself more than the next person. You know yourself more than even that person you're lusting over. If you know deep down in your heart and heart, this is lust.
Also, just to add to the whole, like, to summarize everything, that you don't want to give room to the flesh. That's all. Because when you do give room to the flesh, you end up thinking yourself. It's like a Christian saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this house party and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be there." But you could go in there and meet one of your exes that you've not seen in a while, and before you know, you start doing things you know you don't want to do. I end up thinking yourself, even though God's grace is there to forgive you, but I just need to understand when to do what's right and when not to do what's right. Just separate yourself from it, keep the room to the flesh. You can't go into a boxing ring with the devil and say you're gonna knock him out in his territory. It don't work that way.
Yeah, can I just add something? I'll just personally, and maybe what I've heard, that before going into any relationship, the first thing I think is to seek for God's advice. Because if you say you want to go into one relationship, obviously you don't know when to go into a relationship, but I think when you say, okay, this is the right time to go to have someone, if you seek God, if you tell God, okay, God, I need some signs, I need you to tell me, show me some signs that, okay, I need the right person. And when you pray, and obviously maybe fast and pray, when you see that person,
the signs you ask from God, you should you would know that, okay, this is the right person. But then, even having found the person, you should also know that, okay, God, you pray together, you do all things together, and it's not also about physical stuff. Because there are so many, going back to the physical, it's not all about physical. There are so many things you could do without getting too physical, like gifts, always showing you understand. Communication is very crucial, because if you say, okay, I'm feeling down, but the other person is just there's no advice, there's no communication, lack of communication too. So I think is studying the Bible, doing some things, because we know we have to love our neighbor, we have to love yourself first before you know you want to love someone else. So you should just understand all those basic stuff before going into a relationship, because you don't even know how to love that person if you don't even know how to love. So yeah, that's it for now.
I have a question. You said at the start that when you know that you're ready to, you're at that time when you know you're ready to be in a relationship, and then you go on and you ask God, I'm ready, show me signs, show me this. Do you not think God's timing is the best?
Yeah, exactly. But I think when it's time and maybe you seek God for assistance, it would lead you. That's what I think. It would lead you to some certain places. Even you might not be in that place for a certain time, but there might be a reason for you to be at that place at that time, and something will happen.
So what's that question you asked again? I would like to ask it again. I want to answer it. I actually would like to answer it.
No, because I just feel like just because you feel you're ready for anything does not mean God's ready for you. So you're just, this man is just there. I don't know if he's a man actually. I'd like to know what he's there chilling, doing his omnipotent job, serving child, serving you, telling Toluwani, serving everybody, and then you're there. God, show me him, show me his guy. But he's just there you're not ready yet. Do you get what I mean? I feel like you telling God, fair enough, it's good for you to tell God you're ready, but there's some things you don't really need to tell God. Obviously. But when he's ready, because once preaching, I was speaking to Luani about it yesterday, is our prayer points to snake ourselves. You are there, God show me sign. That's when the devil's gonna bring you that sign. You see all that sign you've been seeking God for, that devil is also listening. Oh God, I just want him to be praying with me. That brother will just come out nowhere and start praying with you. You will think God has brought him.
I forgot what they call it. That's when you should have, when you have the Spirit leading you, you won't go wrong.
So you know what.
Now,
you won't go wrong. But if you're just there, maybe going to thinking about it physically, okay, I'm 30, I want to get married, then the wrong people will come in. But if you have, I've forgotten that word.
30,
I'm just saying, people be like, oh God, 30, I'm ready, I want to get married, they are rushing into it, and one wrong person would come and they'll be doing those perfect things they want, when it's just the wrong person. So you need, I've forgotten that word.
What discernment of the spirit? You need to know.
You need to go to the spirit, and the spirit leads.
Answer the question.
I don't even think I'm going to answer it. I feel like we've answered it as well. If you get what I mean.
He's gonna say something.
I forgot it. I forgot
about the physical aspect.
Kind of on how far.
Yeah.
There's no limit.
Oh yeah,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, they are.
They said there's no limit.
You're in a relationship now, and then you're thinking you don't want to sin, you don't want to have sex with the person, but and I don't know about you girls, you know when you're in a relationship, you like hugging and stuff like that, Is that true?
Some girls.
Majority of girls.
But would you not say that once you start with something like that, eventually you want more, you want something else, does not lead you to something else?
I feel like that depends also on the person, as Aisha was saying, as it Toluwani, I'm not sure. Some people are, depending on how spiritual you are, some people are at that level that they can okay, we're holding hands, that's it, that's as far as you can go. Whereas some people, if they're not as spiritually strong, you can start off as holding hands, okay, let's hug, okay, that's not enough for me, let's kiss, and then you never know how far it'll go. But that depends on the individual. Also, how spiritually strong are you?
I don't.
Also,
Even
like,
the spiritually
You want to spiritually
strong.
strong.
The devil never gives up. The strongest one is the one that goes for.
If I'm corrected, there's one verse in the Bible says, flee from any sexual morality, run from it, innit? So that tells you how strong.
Sorry, would you quote that again? Because I think
Flee from
youthful lust. So
Did you say Nelly go there?
any. I'm trying to just point that out. Any.
Don't walk away.
Just run. Except flee.
Like a wasp.
It means like take off your shoes.
Like a wasp. Fly.
also, like in the sense, like sometimes in ratios, people are watching you, and I think in I don't know if it's Corinthians, but Paul writes somewhere that we shouldn't do things that may make other people stumble.
That's romance.
And so, okay, maybe you guys are very spiritual, you can hold hands, you can be kissing and stuff, but there'll be people who are in relationships who are not as strong, saying that and be like, so this guy can do it, so I can do it, and they'll just make sense or something.
People are different.
Yeah.
The next question is, how is love portrayed in the Bible between a man and a woman? So like a bit of examples, people in the Bible,
Love.
how they showed
Not as in
love.
physical. Yeah.
No,
Not as in-
like
not
Or
love as
people
far-
in the Bible.
Yeah, like love, not like physical.
Who do you want? I'll go with Adam and Eve.
Unless if you had like a different idea of the question, feel free to put your
What,
opinion,
sorry?
different idea about what the question was
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Then feel free to put your opinion across. But like, yeah.
I'll just say Adam, he stood behind his wife, even though he knew, like God said he shouldn't eat from it. And after she went and she got tempted by the serpent, most of the time we don't see that part of the Bible. But after she ate from it and God came and like, who told you not to do this and that? God was speaking to Adam. But at the end, Adam blamed. Remember, Adam blamed God. I was the woman he gave to me. But he kind of still stood behind her when they did.
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
No, he said like, say the question so you
How
get it.
is love portrayed in the
Portrayed.
Bible between a man and a
Yeah,
woman?
okay. What you
So
asked
he,
me.
because they're together, God joined them two together.
Yeah.
He couldn't like just leave her and not be with her. So when they were leaving, they left together. So he was with her still, even though the action that she did was wrong.
But how is that
As a
answering the
portrait
question?
of love, portray
Unity.
unity.
So that's how it's.
Now you gotta stay in bed.
You have to stay in bed because
Stay
it's
in
an
bed
oath
like
between a
woman.
man and a woman. It's not like, oh yeah, she snaked himself. And see, I was, now you're making us go off topic.
And it does say also like when you're saying anyway, like wedding vows, whatever, to death do us part. That doesn't always mean physical death. It can also mean spiritual death. So it depends. Do you know what I mean? Like let's say I'm not saying once the person falls, you're falling with them. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying from what you're saying,
Yeah.
it's like that was spiritual death. It wasn't as in physical. Obviously, there's also physical death in that, but it was mainly spiritual death in that area.
Before I give my opinion on the question,
Mhm.
I like what he said because it just brought something to me. An example would be like a man cheating on his wife,
We need to talk about that.
and then obviously that's physical, that's spiritual, that's emotional, that's psychological, that's every form of code that you can think of. But it doesn't mean the woman should not stand by him, or if it was the other way around. At the end of the day, this person has fallen spiritually. You're supposed to be the person to bring them back up. Do you get what I mean? So, I don't know where in the Bible that was portrayed, but just to add to that, I think that's a good point. And when I saw that question, what I thought about was completely off. I just thought about like, the Bible saying man should love his wife just like Christ loves his church. Like that's like unquantifiable love. It's like this person died, you know, he went through everything you can think of and died just for you. Like he gave his own life, his breathable life. He could still be here, who knows? But he gave his own life for his.
From what you were saying before, this part in the Bible, forgot the guy's name.
Hosea.
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 Yeah, so when God told him to
That's
to
her
get
name.
Hosea.
Her name is Goma.
Really?
Hosea Ngoma.
Okay. So when God told him to get married to a prostitute,
Wow. When I wow. I just remember the story and it's like, okay, carry on.
sorry. Yeah, when God told him to get married to a prostitute, it was supposed to be like a symbolic relationship. God being the man and the woman being us as people. Prostitutes in the sense of that we cheat in so many ways. We commit, would you say adultery?
Yeah.
No, not adultery in the sense of like actual, do you know what I mean?
Oh.
But in the sense of like sin. So in that sense that even in a spiritual death, God told him to go back and bring it back so many times, ensuring that even in that you still need to bring that person up and try your hardest as you can to bring that person up spiritually. As much as they may fall, you're still supposed to stay like together in unity, kind of thing. But anyone else?
I haven't. Yeah. So like it's kind of like the Adam and Eve thing. I think for me the biggest thing the Bible shows about love is that it's a choice. So it's kind of like, yeah, God presented Eve to him, but it was Adam that took her as his wife. So it's kind of like, because God created woman, didn't create wife. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you choose.
Sorry, but yeah, but what trust has you got?
No, you didn't say that. But he said I created a helper for you. He never actually said that she has to be your wife. You know what I mean? You can have female friends, do you get me? So it's kind of like you choose to make that person your wife, your husband. So love is a choice. And even when you're married, every day you have to choose to love that person. Because there's going to be some days you don't want to love them.
Yeah.
You just have to love them. So it's like, yeah, it's a choice.
Okay.
Oh yeah, God, you're gonna say something.
What about this?
Question,
Yeah. Pretty much you guys said everything, innit? No, I was gonna touch on when you said about Bible says when Paul said love men love your wife as yeah. I think that's very powerful, you know, if you think about it, because Jesus Christ died for us, and like His mercy, and He did everything that God did everything that He could do, so we can reconcile with Him. So like if you think about it, like men should love their wife like that. That's they should sacrifice themselves for their wife. That's very powerful, man. That's deep.
I'm not married though, but I'm just saying, like, the more you get stuck in the word and the more you read the word and understand and do what the word tells you to do, I think the happier you could be in your married life and in life in general.
Should you know, like, think about it, yeah? You sin every single day. Like, I'm sure if I was Jesus, I would have rose, I would have came back and be like, yo, that's it. No more nonsense. I'm done with this nonsense. Do you get me? But He still keeps having mercy over every single million on this world. Hey, that man must really love his wife.
Okay, so if you were to go back in time, what advice would you give yourself regarding love and intimacy? Maybe if you've been
I'd tell myself, you know, you should get to know yourself, get to know Christ, and and so whatever, you know, if you have, you know, if you whatever you look, whatever people, everyone else is telling you, you know, that they've shagged about, whatever, if I can use that word, it's okay, but I've already said it anyway. So, but all that stuff people have done, you shouldn't be too influenced by that, and you should get to experience love from Christ for everything else. Yeah.
Just take the word for what it is. Like literally take the word for what it is. Like you see, most of the time, most people want to like explain theological point of this and that and that. But if you do take the word for what it is, I think He heals you and He can help you better. You meet people on the street, I'm going to call for it again, but you meet people on the street that don't even know about God, but you tell them about Jesus, and you pray for them and they get healed, or they experience the Holy Spirit there and there, and you have people that have been enjoyed that, they listen to all the sermon, all the spiritual meat and this and that, but they're still in pain and they're still struggling in their walk with God. Like, it's because we kind of like want to know everything, but we don't take the word for what it actually is. So if I could go back and give myself a better advice, I would literally take the word for what it is and not actually put any other thing in my mind apart from just the word.
I'll tell myself, love Jesus Christ first, innit? We can love anyone, because he will show you how to love people. That's what I think.
Yourself?
Okay, me. I would just say know yourself, basically. 'Cause I feel like there was a stage where I didn't really know who I was. So I would just say know yourself and know who you are in God's word. And then you can be able to live out what God has called you to be, and then probably wouldn't make too much mistakes, because people still make mistakes. But that's what I would say to myself.
What I would say to myself is that there is beauty in waiting, and there is beauty in God's time. That's what I would say to myself. But yeah.
For me, I need to reflect, but I'm guessing nobody's perfect, and I would just say I want to work towards that perfection, and just like in everything you do or you want to do, always seek God advice, because there are some things or mistakes you would have done and you wish like, oh, why did I do this? If I've known God by then, I wouldn't have done this. And also, I'm thinking, because even God says all things have passed away. Once you said, oh, this thing, I want to get more, I don't want to do this anymore, but I want to be that new person, I want to know more about God, and you just feel, okay, now I'm a new person, I need to learn more about God, and yeah, it's so many more.
I would definitely advise myself to let go and let God, because I think to go back for me is definitely, I would say what caused the biggest fall for me was not letting God. You know, I did everything in my own strength and in my own perception of love and in my own opinion of love. I didn't let God teach me the perception, the opinion, and even let him have a say when it came to love or intimacy. So I definitely let go and let God.
I was blessed in the sense where I had those parents that told you not to do this and why. So I'd say from a younger age I did have the understanding, but I'd say that the advice I give myself is probably to be more bold about it and unashamed, because it's like, yeah, people knew my viewpoint and why, but it was like, it wasn't something that I willingly wanted to tell people. It was kind of like you had to pull it out of me, but I would still say it. So I'd just say, yeah, just be bolder, and like, it's okay, like some people will laugh at you, some people will leave you, but eventually just stay at your table, like people will come to you eventually.
I have to call my points. Like, I'd also tell myself, number one, be patient. There is like, there's something to be said for patience. It carries, and it would only like carries on in this, in terms of sex and all that. Like the patience you build there would carry on in other areas of your life, academic life and everything else. So I tell myself to be patient, and also not isolate myself. I feel like when you're younger, sometimes you can isolate yourself. You can try do everything by yourself, and when that happens, things can go wrong. So I tell myself not to isolate myself and make good male friends like Charles. Thanks.
Listen, there might be people watching this now, and you might not get the whole thing that we're saying, or it might not make sense to you, but there might be some people that understand and get it. But if it doesn't make a lot of sense, you just need to understand that in life, we have teacher and we have student. We are the student and God is the teacher, and we can't do anything out of his way. We need to understand and let him teach us. And to break it all down, the Bible is our manual for life. Like if you buy a new car, there's always a manual that teaches you certain things that you don't know how to operate in, but you need to read that manual to understand it. So as believers or human beings in general, our Creator is God, and He's given us a manual for life, which is the Word of God, and we have to take the Word for what it is, because that's the only thing that can help us stay focused in life and be happy in everything that we do.
Okay, does anyone else have anything to say before we close?
Yeah. Like cashmeindespirit. Subscribe. Yes, it's coming from me.
Yeah.
Alright.
And subscribe today as well.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for many more videos to come.